Hey, Coach's Corner with Coach Rob Carter of the Sylacauga Aggies, brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales on 1st Street in Sylacauga. Coach, last week the Leeds Green Wave come to town and they proved why they're probably the number 2 team in 5A. They put on a show, didn't they?
Exactly. I mean, they've got really good personnel, and the kids again. I thought defensively, just 17 to nothing. The defense is fighting the tails off, playing really well. And let me tell you, Lee's defensive ends, those 2 guys, one's a legit D1. He's probably got 20 offers. He's got a year coming back. Were so difficult to handle. Very strong, athletic kids, and gave us a lot of issues on the edge or inside. They could do about anything with them offensively. But again, I mean, I can go back and watch film with you and watch how hard the defensive played, but they just had more kids than we had. I mean, that's a fact, but kids come back and played as hard as they could and continue to play to, be excited about a touchdown at the end. And, you keep grinding with these kids. I think the community worries about them, but come out and watch practice. You won't see it. They enjoy the game for what it's worth, not all about the wins and losses. I tell them to, when people go, they say pick their heads up, these kids know they're not hurting. I mean, yeah, they hate to not have that win-loss, but they're getting to compete every day, and we explain to them that. You don't play a game just to win. You don't cut the game off and start back over because you're losing no more. That's kind of the mindset. These guys work hard. I'm more proud of this group, and I've been through it, so maybe it's a calling to come into a place, and I believe totally the Lord has His plan for everything. And and I love it. These guys come to work every week trying to scheme, trying to find a way. And when one goes down, somebody's got to grow up and play in that position. It's just building so much character. And these guys are not coming out there throwing their helmets down, hating it. They come out every week as a brotherhood, understanding, hey, we're going to go and we're going to play whoever's up there. We don't care how high they're ranked, what the results are, but we're going to play and give it 100% every play.
Leeds is a type of physical team on both sides of the football that can wear on your offense and defense as you go further in the game.
That's right. I mean, and that becomes to not having the depth. With guys going 75, 80 plays, and most of their kids are going one way. Or they may have a guy going half the offense plays because they got 2 that play that position. When our guys are turning around playing both positions, defensively and offensively. So all that works out to an advantage. May not be the better player than us, but anytime you play more snaps than another one, naturally that's going to wear on you as a team and as a player.
Had a couple of drives, especially in the second half, that you did well on.
Yeah, we did. I thought that just here and there, picking up a game. We're going to make a big play eventually. We're going to catch a pass out there deep early, and we're going to continue to stretch the field and throw it deep because you see, I mean, there's a couple balls. A young man had an opportunity. He dropped 1 or 2, and some others did too. But I thought we did a great job of continuing to find the weakness.
It shows the capabilities that Sylacauga has.
Yeah, it is. In a 3rd and 1 situation, we fumble a snap. We're not ready. We're ready to go to the next play, and it ain't the kid wasn't trying. I mean, I never get on their effort. If I see them just standing or not doing anything, it'd be different. But I mean, they just got to get to that focus, and that has a lot to do with I looked out there in our offense entirely. Every one of them were coming back in the second quarter. Just mindset. I'm thinking I'm not losing one of those kids that are out there right now, and they're going to grow and build and get better. Hopefully, we can get more kids out for next year. Defensively, we lose a couple of good ones there, but it was still a lot of youth out there. It made you feel really good, and you knew that. And this senior class, being my son, being one of them, he's been through one of these seasons, of course, with this team we're fixing to play because of being a lot younger and those sort of things. But, definitely he understands that this is a game to play with all you got because he loves it. He shows up every day. I don't think he's missed a day in all his 4 years of playing. I know he hadn't missed a game. This will be, he'll get up there. Hopefully he'll stay healthy. But this group of seniors could manage this type of season. You knew it. They were such good kids. And it's just few of them, and they're giving it all they got, and I'm proud of this group.
called your name, son, numerous times last Friday night. He had a pretty good game Friday night against Leeds.
Yeah, I mean, you probably call a lot of seniors names because they are really good. Just don't have many of them.
Yeah.
A lot of seniors wish they were out there. We got to get them out. I'm going to sit there and tell you, I need those kids to come out that don't think they can help us. I promise you can help. We got 4 or 5 that I wish would join them. But this senior class, and, he's not out there. They don't care about his name being called because they know it's a unit, it's a group. I think you see Quan Beckham, and, unfortunately we lost, I might say Bill, Lauderdale. We lost him, and he's out there coaching. I mean, he's come right out and, had his tears and realized, it may be your career, maybe coaching.
Where are we at with Lauderdale now?
He's done. He's got a injury to his shoulder, and other than that, but he's done as far as playing. But you can tell me, give him a whistle now. He thinks he's up there, and I love it. That's
they may bump you out,
That's
Coach.
right. He might do it. And I said, hey, no. The day after we heard it, it hit him like, oh, my career's over. Coach's been telling us that you never know, day to day.
Yeah.
This is just a life experience. Give it all you got. And and he was able to tell that to kids, hey, you ain't got many left. You don't know how many you got left. I'm an example of it, so give it all you got. So I appreciate him not letting that ruin his mentality as far as being a teammate. Now he's just a coach. So
you spent a number of seasons at Beauregard. You go back there with the Aggies tonight. Talk about tonight's game.
Yeah, I look forward to it. Like I said, my son grew up for those kids since the 3rd grade till they came here. He's still friends with them because that's the way they should be. And they'll pick, and it'll be a heck of a thing for those guys to have me back because they want to beat me. Sure. I hope they do. That's what I taught, for the years I had them. In the same way we want to beat them, but after we're going to hug and shake hands and realize down the road it's not going to be all about high school football. It's going to be about the relationship we built. But I look forward to going back. And
they're an excellent football team, too.
They are, and they should be. I mean, they got a lot of seniors. They were the guys that went up 1-8 back when they were all 9th graders. I think there were probably 14 or 15 that played at 9th grade because we just didn't have any older ones. And they played every year. They're well-deserving. I knew they'd be that with their tough kids and they're good kids. And, I look forward to, going out and competing and make it difficult for them to win number 6 and us try to win our first one.
So how do you feel like that you match up with Beauregard?
Yeah, with Bill, we might have had a little more capability of speed on the edge. We'll see. I love these youngins. We're going to play hard. We've been hit in the mouth, a lot, and we're the best team on the field, no doubt. At the end of the game, we haven't had to break, really, a fumble, interception, popping our hands early in the game, those sort of things. But I still like the matchup. I'm a positive guy. I believe in going and playing anybody we can win, given the effort and the right situation and the breaks. But I think it's a good matchup. Just depth-wise, they've got a lot of players. They don't have many play. I don't know any that play both ways. So
talk a little bit about, and you've touched on this several times this morning, the depth that some of these teams have and the lack of depth that Sylacauga has now. How important is it you get down in these junior high groups and work with them and get them up to speed like you did at Beauregard?
Well, it's your staff. I mean, your entire staff should be a family. It doesn't matter. We give all 100% of our effort to every sport. But I think it's very important. There's no doubt. The middle school, your feeder programs, even down into the really young kids and the city programs really need a lot of work. I mean, it's that way in everything else. But and get them on board and get up there and play and quit saying, oh, you're going to get hurt, being afraid of this and that, because that ain't, you don't want any athlete ever afraid he's going to get hurt, whether he's playing anything. I think that's one of the things, I hope. But we've just got to continue those kids young, getting them out, getting them playing time. I mean, that's it. I mean, I hear about it too. And you hate that you're in the theater programs, you don't really win a championship. I guess they try to introduce city championships or league championships. And it's very deserving, but that's not the point of it. just to get experience for these young
I've
people.
got a 12-year-old who's waiting on the call up. So
Okay, well, good.
he's
Good. Tell him
in City League, you know.
Okay, well, good. And
He's legend in his own mind, by the way.
right, and you know, we got to keep them involved in that and continue through high school. If I'm part of a class, they got to understand I got to want to help my fellow classmate, whether I think I'm great at that sport. I promise you, there are some of the finest looking young men walking the halls that are playing one sport. Yeah. And you know, guys, I need you out. There's no doubt. Sylacauga needs you, not just me. Mm-hmm. It's not for me, it's for you and your class. So, and we need people around, you know, Sylacauga, hey, come out and represent this great city and the way it needs to be in every sport.
You know?
Absolutely. Yeah. And I promise you, our record will be better. Right. But just due to depth, because the kids I've got are playing their tails off, love them, character. I'd hire these guys. They show up every day understanding things aren't always rosy, and they're going to work. So I promise you, these guys on that field right now are great hirees in the job force, or you know, because they're being tested character-wise. So I love them, you know, and like I said, you got to be around practice to go, how are these guys coming out every day? Because you know, and you might look at yourself and go, and learn something.
I was about to say, I probably couldn't do that. You know?
I mean, it is. It's tough for any of us, and that I look at them and I look up to them.
Yeah.
You know, I do. I mean, they don't understand that. I really respect. They're respecting what I tell them. You know, and it gets tough some days here and there. A Monday, Tuesday, you might see one or two, but then, man, we get on the field and it changes. Yeah. So I love these young men. I'm telling you, they are representing this place, not on the win-loss column, but in the effort column, better than about any group I've ever seen. So.
All right. Sylacauga on the road to Beauregard tonight. Kickoff at 7 o'clock. Coach, good luck. Let's get that first win tonight.
Yes, sir. We're going to work at it.
All right. More Daybreak coming up. The Coach Rob Carter Show brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales. More Daybreak just ahead.